sometimes it's easy to, scapegoat the politicians, and I'm not speaking for them. But having participated in the process, I think there will be virtually no Nigerian that will be morally justified who has practiced in politics that can speak against the politicians before God. The simple reason is this. Within the political party itself, you are in the party.
It's a chain. And
then this person is a member of the party. Before he's given the ticket of that party to become their flag bearer, he has to spend money. There's nobody that has won this ticket, and it's not exclusive to any political party. Whether it's SDP, NPP, APC, PDP, there is nobody that wins this ticket without spending money. Nobody. Even when the ticket is offered, for free. Because there's a culture within the political parties where they are enshrined institutions, individuals who have become institutions, that have the temerity to judge a Buhari when they themselves are in their closet. They are more corrupt than the devil within the political parties.
Is the devil corrupt?
No, I'm just using that as an allegory to describe the depth of the evil that is done. And it's within the small spaces in the parties. So eventually people that have money get the ticket, not necessarily because they are the wishes of the party, but they are the ones that are able to feed the atenuje of our leaders. And so, because let me give you a classical case in point. A political party has a leader, has a person who is expected to be, at the national level already. That means at the national level he's fed, he's taken care of. But that person cannot allow anybody to contest under his own political party within his own local government without collecting money. So if there are 10 of you who are aspirants, these old people will tell you that when you come to them, he will say, I have 150 delegates. Pay 200,000 per delegate. He will collect the money from A, collect from B, collect from C. If there are 50 of you, because they are the leaders of the political party, they will collect from as many as are willing to give. And then they will now share these delegates amongst these people. And then these people are the ones that now, eventually represent us in the National Assembly. And when the man is representing, look, I've worked with politicians. You cannot but change your phone number when you are elected. You cannot but hide.
They will change everything.
Every time you are called by our people, everybody says on the street, Awalagbedebe. Everybody expects you to pay for their children in school, to pay when their mother dies, when their father dies, when their in-law dies, when their children are in hospital. What are you going to do?
What do you think is responsible for that mindset?
There is a nature about us as Nigerians. That's the nature we trained our children to become. We are a product of the parents that taught us.
I don't want to believe it's a nature.
Let me complete. It's a systemic failure. Let me complete. You will see that it's a systemic failure. When somebody sent you on an errand, you are taught to be waiting for you to be rewarded. A gate man stays at the door and is raising his hands to greet you for a job that is paid a salary for, because he expects that he can be fed from doing his job. Everybody who is in a desk, whether a public servant, a civil servant, whatever you are expecting to be rewarded out of what you willingly signed for. Politicians are the same. People are elected as delegates to choose who is going to represent their communities, and the only reason why they are elected or why they offer themselves is because they know that on the day of election they will take money. And they don't want to listen to good governance. But we will come on radio, everybody will come and be complaining that the country is not working, whereas everybody is stealing in their small spaces. And that's where the problem is. The politicians cannot but steal. There's nobody that goes to the Senate that cannot but steal money from that place.
I want to Zadok, please. I want to believe we have to treat something very quickly. As far as Nigeria is concerned, issue of poverty. Poverty, they are in two ways: mental poverty and physical poverty. Mental poverty makes you collect or keep what you don't need. But physical poverty can be dealt with. But that mental poverty will make some people, someone to build a whole street. And when you ask him, where do you want to stay? In none of these houses, just one room. A small portion, a small corner in the bed is where he's going to sleep. Why am I saying this? When you see a child in the morning, that you see Gary in his pocket, you see money in his pocket, you slap the child, you have not done well. The first thing you need to ask the mother, has this child eaten? If a child has eaten, then he may not have the propensity of stealing. In some countries, like if you go to Saudi Arabia, you see them using new cars. You see the road tarred. They have justified essence of governance. I'm talking about their government. That you are in this country, even despite the fact that we have where we are staying is desert, but we get fruits, very fresh fruit. We use fertilizer and what have you to grow whatever we want to grow. We eat well, we do well. Why is it so different in Nigeria? Why it is different is because we have not taken care of the system. Every Nigeria is poor, either physical poverty or mental poverty. The one that has not eaten is physically poor. The one that has eaten, that he has protruded belly, has mental poverty. Is keeping what he doesn't need.